All right, y'all. Really think about this because I know for me, I think about this pretty much not all the time, but I do think about it a lot. But yesterday I was really thinking about it because I watched a video. I forget if it was Pursuit of Wonder or School of Life. I think it's one of those channels. I think it's called School of Life and Pursuit of Wonder. But anyway, he was doing a video of, like, we're all going to be, forgotten. None of us are going to be remembered, hundreds and hundreds of years from now. Someone's going to go, well, who was Albert Einstein? Who were these people? And the reason that I'm getting on here is because really, really think about this. Just really think about this if you haven't thought about this. I don't know how old you are, however old you are, but within the next 100 years, you're not going to be here for sure. For sure, you're not going to be here because I'm sure there's no one under 18 watching my videos. So, how many people live to be 118 years old? But here's the thing, I'm 35 years old, and I know I don't have much time left. Like, this is how I think. Like, time is always running out. You know what I mean? Like, this is how my brain always thinks. When I was younger, I didn't think like this. I thought that I had all the time in the world. I thought that it was just going to keep going and going and going and going. And I don't say this to bring people down. It's just really think about this. Just sit and think about it for a second, how crazy it is that we're even here on this earth, that we're even living. And then, I can drift off and I can get into the God topic, and I can get into if something did create all this, and I can get into, how did all this come about and stuff. But, I know I'm not going to get an answer from that. So all I can do is sit here and really be in awe of, I came from my mother and out of her womb, and I got to experience life. And yes, even though life is an up and down thing, some of us, we're all going in different directions. Somebody's going this way, somebody's going that way, somebody's feeling like shit, somebody's strung out on drugs, somebody's going through something. Some people are having a great time. Some people are exercise nuts. Some people are health fanatics and other things. It's like, but even though life does suck sometimes, it's just really weird that we're here. Like, do we really think about this? Like, we are here on this planet, but then we're going to be dead one day. So it's kind of like we never really existed in the first place because nobody's going to remember us. We don't remember people from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and, thousands of years ago. We don't know them people. Who were they? It's almost like they lived and they experienced life and they died and nobody remembered them. Now, whether there is a God and there is some type of something after this, well, we'll never know until we die or we're dead for a while, and then, something decides to bring us back to life, because we can't bring ourselves back to life. And I don't say these things to down y'all. I really don't. I don't say these things even though you have to go through some down times in your life, and we all go through that. I'm not doing these videos to down y'all. I'm doing these videos to get you to think more, because we're not using hardly any of our brains. We're not using hardly none of our brains. I think we use like what, 5% of our brain. We have all this, and think of what we do with the 5%. But then again, maybe we should be being careful that we're not using so much of our brain, because look what humans do. Look what we do. You know, some people, they would build a freaking, you know, a missile to blow up the whole entire world, and they might use the damn thing. So it's kind of like, we don't want that type of thinking to be in the brain of someone that doesn't think logically, and someone that just absolutely doesn't give a shit and is like, I'm blowing this motherfucker up. No, we would want this type of thinking in someone's brain like mine, that is going to help people not to suffer, that is going to look to other ways in life to be content. And for you that are watching, you know, I'm sure most of you have a certain amount of awareness and logic, and you think for yourselves. I don't know what you do though. I can't read the other side of the screen, you know. I'm not a you know, whatever that is when you read someone's minds and stuff like that. And I don't think none of that exists anyway, you know. But for me to just even wake up in the morning, and I know a lot of times I'm miserable when I wake up, but I still say, man, this is crazy. This is crazy that I'm here. And I don't have a lot of time. You know, like I did a video, I didn't upload it. I did a video in my car just like 3 days ago, and I didn't upload it. But I remember going out to my car, and my car was dirty from the snow and stuff. And I said, my goodness, I waxed my car. That was over 3 years ago. I was 32 years old, and I said, my goodness, I cannot believe it's already been 3 years since I waxed my car and washed it. It's been 3 years. I think I washed it like 2 years or 2.5 years ago, but I waxed it like over 3 years ago. But anyway, the time has went by so fast. And I was just asking myself, where did the damn time go? You know? And now I'm 35. And I know soon I'll be 38, looking back on this moment right now and saying, my goodness, I was 35 3 years ago. And it seems like time goes so slow, but yet it goes so fast. But that's not really why I'm on this video. I'm not really on here to explain things. I'm on here to just get you to really see how vast this thing really is, but yet how much it really doesn't matter, because we only have a certain amount of time to live. So why not do something that you like to do, or something, find something that is all you. Like with me, I still have so many things I want to do, and I'm 35 years old, and I'm still procrastinating on certain things. I'm still procrastinating on certain things. And then my mind's telling me time is running out, Nate. You know, if I get another, say I get another 40 years, I'll be 75 years old. That's about the average age of a male. I think is like 72 or 74, and women is like 76 or 78. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it's something like that. Or it might have went up to 80. I think it's like 80 right now for the average American person. But if I get two more lifetimes, I mean, it's going to be like, it's almost like I'm already at my death, kind of. It's like I'm already there because I know how fast it's going to come. And to me, I have mixed emotions about this. On one hand, it terrifies me and I'm scared. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, I'm not going to be, thinking about none of this anymore. And I'm going to be dead. I'm going to be gone. Now, whether there is a God and there's a judgment and there's, some other things, or there's some type of afterlife, or there's some other place that we go as people, I have no idea what those things, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't have an answer for that stuff. And I said before, the best answer is I don't know. That's the best answer that all of us can give is I don't know. If we could all say I don't know, then we could be real with ourselves and others, and we could be open to learning new things and not judging others. Because when we say I don't know, we're not sitting in judgment. We're just saying I don't know. But people that think they know, then they're judging everyone. Their egos are being projected on the other people, and they're projecting all of their shit onto you. This is why I keep telling everyone who watches my videos, you got to project your own stuff back on yourself and seeing what you're doing to yourself. You can't look to me or any other people. I can't look to people for what I do and what I'm putting myself through, or the things that I project. Those are me doing that. It has nothing to do with other people. It doesn't matter what other people think or what other people are doing. I can only live my own life in this time that I have left. I can't live another person's life. I can only live my life. So therefore, I don't care what other people are doing. And people take this out of context. I don't care what other people are saying and what they're doing in their lives. They have their own lives to live. There's going to be a day where if I do get older, I'm going to be older and fragile, and I'm going to have to deal with my own shit, just like you're going to have to deal with your own shit. And it's like, now while you have the time and you're young, my goodness, do something. Do something to stay healthy and content with yourself and to live the minimal life. Because what is the point of consuming yourself in material things and chasing riches and wanting the mansions and all that stuff? Yeah, okay, that seems nice, but do you really need all that? You don't really need all that. See, this is our greed. This is how greedy people are. I'm in a one-room apartment, one room, all day, every day. Besides when I go out for my walk or my jog, or I walk to the store for food and water, or when, I have to go out for something. Besides that, I'm in this one room, and I have a bathroom that I share with two other guys up here. But why do we need so much stuff? Like, why do you need 10 different rooms just to have 10 different rooms? There's people that are starving in the world. There's people that don't have things that they need, but yet you want to live in a mansion that got 20 rooms, 5 cars, 3 motorbikes, a huge pool, bottles of champagne that are worth $500, $1,000. Come on. It's overindulgence. It's ridiculous. I don't care what anyone says. It's ridiculous. I don't want to be rich. Any of you that are watching, all that I'm going for is to make my own clothing line, or to make a clothing line that is for everyone, that is for myself, but it represents everyone as a human being, and to put my music and my arts and stuff like that out. And I just want to make a minimal living to where I can support myself and I can maybe help, someone in my family or someone that needs help. I don't want to be rich. I don't give a shit about being rich. I have no fascination at all with being rich. All I want to do is have enough to get by, and I'm content if I have enough to get by. If I got my coffee to drink and I got my car to drive and it's just driving, I don't care if the paint's peeling and all that. I don't give a shit about stuff like that. I don't give a shit that I'm not dressed in, really expensive clothes and wearing, all this jewelry. I don't care about stuff like that. It just doesn't mean anything to me anymore at all. And then I was watching this other video. I don't agree with everything he says, but there's this guy named Elliot Halse. He has this video where he's talking about, before you leave here, don't leave heavy, leave light. Because, people, I'm just saying this out of context or however you say it, but people that are light, they go up. People that are heavy go down. Supposedly, up is heaven, down is hell, but all that heaven and hell stuff, that's religious, stuff that I don't even want to think about that kind of stuff, because it just, I don't know. It doesn't mean anything when you come to an understanding of how life really is and things that are really going on in reality. I had to get out of my delusions before I could even see so much of this stuff. And I could even be honest with myself, because it's really hard today to be honest with yourself, because a lot of people ain't being honest with themselves. But this is why I keep telling everyone, don't change for anyone. Be you all the time. It doesn't matter if you're in a crowd of 1,000 people and they're like, well, we don't agree with you. So what? We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to agree on everything to be, human to each other and to think logically. We don't have to do that. And see, people, right when you don't agree with something that they say, right away they get offensive or they're like against you. I don't think of people like that. If they don't agree with what I'm saying, then they don't agree with what I'm saying. It's no big deal. That doesn't mean we have to go to war and we have to kill each other and we have to do all this crazy bullshit. So you're wondering, like, why is not the right thing to ask. This is what really is. I mean, I'm awake, I'm living life. I know I don't have long. I only have some decades to live. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to think about. You only have some decades to live. Do you want to live the rest of them decades being unhealthy? Do you want to live the rest of them decades being miserable every day and putting yourself through hell with just saying the same things over and over again to yourself that are keeping you, I don't know the word to use, because then I would sound like a hypocrite, because I know I have to talk about my shit all the time. But use your expression to get this shit out. That's what expression's for. That's what, if there is something good in this technology and in these phones, it's this, that you can express yourself on here. I'm not talking about social media bullshit. I'm not talking about how everybody's saying, oh, look at my dinner. Look at me. I'm so beautiful and stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about not enough of us are expressing what we're really thinking and what we're really going through and how we really see things. And when you get that stuff out of you, then you can be more open and vulnerable because you're getting it out. Like I have to get it out all the time. If I don't get this shit out of me, it tears me up inside. It tears me the fuck up. And I'm just one of them guys. I have to complain. I gotta complain. I have to talk shit. I have to talk like this, because if I don't, all it's gonna do is it's just gonna weigh me down. So I talk about it, and I know it'll come back. I know it'll come back. But until then, all I can do is keep expressing myself, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing to the day I die. That's all I can do. What else can I do? What else can you do as a person but that? So don't waste the rest of your life being too down and out, or being too wanting to be rich and famous and all this stuff, because it ain't gonna do you no good. Go for the minimal lifestyle, be thankful for the small things, and know that you don't have much time to do stuff. And the time that you do have, eat healthy, exercise, push yourself when you don't want to do it. That's the most important time. I walked to the store the other day. It's like a mile or so down the road. I didn't want to get up at all. I had to force myself to go take the walk. That's the most important time to do it, is when you don't want to do the shit. And I'm saying that for me too, you know? So this video is way over the time limit I wanted to go. But I appreciate every one of y'all watching. I look at all my comments. I see your comments. I don't respond to everything, but I do read the comments. But yet, when you watch, it gotta be for you. It can't be for me. It gotta be for yourself. You understand? So take that with you. SBN Resonate, the SBN Lifestyle. Thanks, y'all.